And we're all the way live. What's up, everybody? I am Jim, one of the founders of Demons Behind Me, and I have our special guest, Casey Weigel. Casey runs all of our screen printing for Knock Embroidery, and he's my cousin. So let's give him a warm welcome. We'll give people an opportunity to kind of hop on here. We always keep an eye on the comments. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit us up there. Let us know where you're watching or listening from. But we're going to do like we do every Friday. We're going to touch on some new product stuff. We're going to answer any questions that you have. We're going to talk about events. And then our story aspect for today is going to be a little bit different because we are going to give you we'll say a trailer version of Casey's story and what Demons Behind Me means to Casey. Typically, we would read a story that somebody sent to us at demonsbehindme.com under the Resources tab. Share your story, help someone. So we want to collect what Demons Behind Me means to you, and it can mean different things to different people. But essentially, it's a story about how you overcame a hardship in your life, no matter what that was. You know, what was the hardship? How did you overcome it? And what is life like now? We share these stories because there's somebody out there that's going through something similar, and they are helpless. They might be helpless. They're hopeless in the fact that they don't know how they're going to make it through the issue that they're going through. But hearing about how you made it through, that's going to bring them a level of hope, and that could literally save their lives. That's why we do what we do. So you're going to get a glimpse of Casey's extremely live story coming here from Jacksonville, and I'm excited. I know, probably 80% of your story. I probably don't know the whole 100%, if anybody does, other than you. But it's an awesome Demons Behind Me story, and it's a story that will help somebody else. And I like this aspect because I'd like to see our live stories go more to the one-on-one or two-on-one conversational piece rather than just Chris and I, reading it and trying to add to someone's story. So I'm pumped about that. But glad to have you on, man.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Glad to have you in Florida.
I know, right? I'm happy to be in Florida.
Yeah, I bet. So Casey moved down from Raleigh. I like to say he moved down just for Demons Behind Me. That might be part of the truth. But no, super fortunate to have him move his family down here and to jump right into learning how to screen print all of our shirts, all the Demons Behind Me shirts moving forward. We're going to screen print in-house, God willing. And we're also screen printing other people's shirts as well. Through Knock Embroidery. So you guys are already doing a lot of really cool stuff that I'm not even aware of. So maybe we could talk a little bit about, what sets us apart from other screen printers.
Yeah, I mean, definitely we have the capability to print basically whatever image anybody can think of. We have all the capabilities to match and mix any custom colors.
Sweet.
Yeah, we have a ton of, even in a short period of time, we have a ton of experience because of the volume of business that we're doing right now. So.
Yeah, we don't like to dip our toes into production. We dive in head first. Mm-hmm. We started out doing our own embroidery for Demons Behind Me. That just made the most sense at the time. We now have 10 different heads running embroidery for Demons Behind Me and third-party customers through Knock Embroidery. And then same with screen printing. We jumped right into, a 12-head printer?
10 head.
10-head, 12-pallet printer.
Yeah.
Auto press.
Yes.
So we just set up a full-on screen printing shop, dialed it into our own products, and now we're ready to dial it in for other people. And the one thing that I like is the new hoodie that we have with the puff print. That's really cool stuff.
Oh yeah, well, and it's always fun doing new, designs. That's kind of one of my favorite parts, doing new designs, using different inks, obviously we've experimented with a lot of different inks and a lot of different things like that, but definitely trying some of the specialty inks, puffs and things like that's fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. We have an in-house design team. We got a lot of really cool stuff. Knock Embroidery is really set up now to be your one-stop shop for any apparel decorating, customizations. It's created the ability for us. We're now offering personalizations for all of our flannels, our shop shirts, and our hats. So if you want to put, a special name or an anniversary date or sobriety date or whatever it is on your flannels, shop shirts, hats, you can do that now right at demonsbehindme.com. When you click on the product, there's going to be a button that says, would you like to personalize this? You click on that, answer all the prompts, and boom, you're going to have a personalized product delivered to your house, typically within a week. So pretty awesome stuff. What up, Cliff? What's happening, man? You guys still warm up there? Is it cooling off yet? If you guys are just joining us, I am Jim. I'm one of the founders of Demons Behind Me Knock Embroidery and the Demons Behind Me Foundation. I have a special guest today, my cousin, and also our screen printing manager, Casey Weigel. And we're talking a little bit about what's going on with Demons Behind Me. We're talking about our new products. We're talking about what's going on with Knock Embroidery. And then we're also going to touch on some really cool Demons Behind Me Foundation stuff that we have going on effective immediately. So if you have any questions, comments, hit us up. Let us know where you're watching from or listening from. We'd love to interact with you. Foundation stuff. If you haven't checked out the Demons Behind Me Foundation, which is demonsbehindmefoundation.org, you need to check it out. And we've always done what we could do to, not just call ourselves inspirational, but do something specific to inspire others. One of the ways that we do that, obviously, we share these stories. But the other way that we do that is we donate a lot of money to different causes. And rather than, donating to 20 different causes, we've been blessed with the opportunity to create the Demons Behind Me Foundation so that we can actually sponsor individuals, we can sponsor local families here in Jacksonville, and we can continue to sponsor other organizations that are like ours or in line with our mission. So check out demonsbehindmefoundation.org. But one cool thing that we have coming up, starting immediately, in light of Veterans Day being next week, in light of the government shutdown and people not being able to receive SNAP benefits, if you are a active military family or a veteran family in need of food specific, we're going to start donating $200 Walmart gift cards to those families in need. All you have to do is go to demonsbehindmefoundation.org, and it is called, let me check right here, it's called the sponsorship application. It's right at the top of the page when you go to demonsbehindmefoundation.org. Click on that, send us your information, just follow the prompts there, and then if chosen, we're going to send you an e-gift card for $200 to Walmart, helping you out with your groceries. We want to do everything that we can to always take care of our veterans, but we know that right now is a very difficult time, especially with the holidays coming up. So that's a huge initiative for us right now. Again, demonsbehindmefoundation.org. If you know somebody that would benefit from that, share it. If you want to contribute to help us to provide for families, there's a donation button at demonsbehindmefoundation.org as well. I am just rambling right along this morning.
Rolling. Keep rolling.
Feel free to jump in and cut me off. 70s and beautiful. Ain't that lovely? Great last few days. Yeah, Cliff, it was pretty cool, man. Appreciate that. So, we have our Feed Military Families initiative going on right now. So either apply if you're in need or head to thefoundation.org and donate. That way you can help us to feed more families in need. We have another really cool event where, like we've done in the last couple years, we're going to give an opportunity for families to come out and meet Santa and the Grinch. this year at our location in Jacksonville. We have a date set. It's December 13th. I believe that's a Saturday. Again, at our location in Jacksonville. And if you bring a toy to donate, you're going to be entered to win a $250 gift card to demonsbehindme.com. And only people that are present or that come in and donate between now and then, you don't have to be present that day, but if you come into the store and you donate to the toy drive, you're going to be entered for a chance to win $250 gift card. $250 gift card. You're going to be entered for that chance. So it's not going to be a ton of people. Hope it's a ton of people, but it's not going to be, a million people. So your chances of winning the $250 gift card are going to be pretty good. So either come in and hang out with Santa and the Grinch, or just come in anytime between now and December 13th, drop your toy off, fill out your gift card entry, and it'll go right into the hat. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to bring Landon. He likes Santa.
You have to, man. This is the real Santa.
Oh, well, perfect.
If you've ever seen him, I'm sure you've seen the pictures that we've shared. I mean, this guy is, he's the real deal. He is as magical as they come. He really is. He's like 6'6". I mean, he is Santa, dude.
Monster Santa.
If you had to picture what Santa looked like when you were a kid, it's him. So, I think he's the real Santa.
Okay. Well, then we're going to find out. I know what I want for Christmas.
Yeah, check for yourself. You know what you want for
I know what I want for Christmas, so I'm going to tell them.
That's good. Launched a lot of new stuff this week. This flannel, we're calling it the Silent Night. I've been saying this is the sharpest flannel that we've ever launched. And you guys agree because we sold like 200 flannels in the first 10 hours of it being available. That may not seem like a lot, but we're a small company, so that's pretty massive for us. We get compared to Dixon a lot. We're not even close to the size of Dixon. They're like 10 times at least bigger than we are. So for us to launch a new flannel and for us to sell that many in that short amount of time, we know it's, we did something right. So we appreciate that, but I also mention that because if you're on the fence about grabbing it, well, we're already running out of sizes. So don't hesitate.
Yeah,
Get what you
all
need.
packing boxes.
Do your gifting now. Oh yeah. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going back up to fulfill orders.
Yep.
So I'm right back to, the very inception of this organization where Chris and I are pulling and fulfilling orders. We're both going to be doing that today to keep up with everything. So we greatly appreciate it, but I also share that with you. Don't wait. If there's something that you see, grab it. And then this bad boy is back. The Not So Ugly Christmas sweater. We only have 300 once again, just like last year. When they're gone, they are gone. And this is a really nice sweater. It is warm, it's acrylic, it is fantastic. If it is too warm for you for a sweater, we also have the same design on a t-shirt, so check it out, the Not So Ugly Christmas t-shirt. For Cliff, because it's still 70 in Tennessee. Maybe you're not rocking your Christmas stuff yet, that's okay. Christmas will be here
Never before Thanksgiving. There's a cutoff.
That's fine. You don't have to wear it. But if you wait till after Thanksgiving to buy it,
oh yeah. Well, there's only $2.99 because I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna buy one.
Well, there you go. Only $2.99. Actually, we've already sold some this week, so there's less than 300. So jump on them while you can. But we talked about how we're feeding military families. Again, demonsbehindmefoundation.org. If you are in need of help with food, hit the sponsorship application. We're giving away $200 gift cards to Walmart. We talked about the toy drive as well. That's going to be here locally. We touched on knock embroidery. And what's up, Roman? Oh, there's definitely a chance of yellow and black. Probably not till after the holidays would be my guess at this point. But it's very much on the radar. So it is in the works. Definitely in the works. I think that's super sharp. We're gonna keep cranking out new flannel patterns as much as we can. And the great thing is now we can create any pattern that we want. We're not just taking what's available. Let's put Demons Behind Me on it and call it ours. We're literally creating our own patterns. So pretty much one of a kind, which is really cool stuff. Most importantly, we're going to do like we do every Friday, and instead of me reading the story, Casey and I are going to have a conversation, and he's going to share what demons behind me means to him. So maybe we start there. You know, why does the brand resonate with you, Casey?
Well, okay, so demons behind me. I got sober February 24th, 2008. So I've been sober for over 17 years. You guys started the business, I think, when I was like a year sober, something like that, right?
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I still have one of your first T-shirts. I think it's hanging in my gym at my house. OG, triple OG. But, you know, I got sober February 24th, 2008. And, you know, when we talk about demons behind me and stuff like that, I mean, really, like, that is kind of the brand for me. I mean, I've lived the lifestyle for the last 17 years, you know, trying to put things behind me that held me back, to try and kind of crawl out the gutter and get to where I am today. But, yeah, I mean, demons behind me means a lot, aside from the fact that, you know, it's my family's business. But, yeah, I've always been a big supporter.
That's awesome. And congratulations, man. 17 years, that is not easy. How do you stay motivated?
So I used to stay motivated by looking at all the negative things that would happen if I kind of slid back, right? Whereas now, I just look at all the positive things that I have in my life. Because at some point, like, I went from having kind of a negative perspective about things as far as, like, being sober so hard and, you know, not everybody else is doing it, and it's very difficult to find people who can relate to what I'm going through. Whereas now, like, I have so many good things in my life that I'm just super positive about the future. I mean, you know, I have a 7-year-old, been married for 12 years. So just all the, being a role model for my son is very important. Just trying to stay out there, and really, I haven't even gotten started yet, to a certain extent, because I've worked on myself, but like, I need to help more people, is what everybody always tells me.
Okay.
So that has been a big motivating factor, maybe over the last like 2 years, is really like, okay, how can I help other people? And basically, what can I do to be more of a positive role model and mentor for them?
Okay.
That helps motivate me.
Okay, good. So if I'm tracking with you, you know, at first, what motivated you is you would think back of how shitty things were before.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you're like, oh
yeah.
man, I don't want to end up back there. I got to stay the course.
Yeah, I don't want to be homeless again.
But then that would be a good motivator,
right?
But then you made a shift where instead of focusing on how terrible things were in the past, you started to shift into thinking about how great things are right now and will be in the future.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a shift, it was a realization, because doing different speaking engagements and things like that, you know, I would tell my story, and it usually takes me 3 hours. But I would tell my story and stuff, but like, it got more difficult for me to tell my story about the bad parts. Because I started having so many good things that had happened. I started having so many positive things happen. I started having such a more positive outlook on things that it wasn't even like a switch, it was just a natural progression.
Yeah.
From like having just a wealth of material to pull from, of like, oh, my life was terrible, I was homeless,
Yeah.
you know, I had no money, I kept getting fired, to
Yeah.
like, now it's snowballed into a lot of really great things.
That's awesome. So I know there's somebody listening to this, or this is going to get shared to somebody who needs to hear this, and they're going to want that. They're going to want to get sober. They're going to want to stay sober. They're going to want to have that shift from, or you know, that evolution or growth where your focus is more on positive than negative. You got sober. How did you get sober?
So I got sober I went to rehab. My parents, I was living with my parents, and my sobriety date is the day after their anniversary. because they went out of town and threw a wicked rager at the house. And so got totally busted, and it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. They're like, we're either going to drop you off at the men's shelter or you can go to rehab. And I remember sitting in the car, and nobody had to tell me I drank too much. Nobody had to tell me I did too many drugs. Like, I think as an addict, as a person who's living that lifestyle, like, we already know that. And so my quest, and the quest that I'm still on, is more of like, why? Like, I want to know why I feel this way. Like, why do I have to do these things to either make myself feel better or not feel anything at all, right? And so, like, I was, as they say, sick and tired of being sick and tired. And so I went to rehab. I was in rehab for, I think I was on lockdown for like, I think 90 days. Like, could not leave. Went to intensive therapy every day. So that was great. I was super fortunate, though, because I know not everybody has that opportunity, right? I know a lot of people who, they still have to go to work. They still have families. They still have jobs. They still have things that they have to do. But all I can say is, A, take things one day at a time, right? All you have to do is just whatever you're doing that maybe you shouldn't be doing, just don't do that today. Worry about that tomorrow. And then when tomorrow comes, same thing.
Good.
One day at a time.
Absolutely. I think it's super, super strong advice. You know, even for people that don't struggle with addiction, you know, life, we can only take it one day at a time. And when we get anxious, we get nervous, when we get way ahead of ourselves. But we don't need to get way ahead of ourselves. We need to be present now, one day at a time. Super strong advice. So rehab was hugely impactful for you.
Yep.
It sounds like therapy was very important for you, and curiosity led to therapy.
Yes, and I'm a huge, huge advocate for therapy, right? I mean, I don't care what kind of therapy it is, right? I think everybody can use a little bit of therapy at some point, because a lot of times we don't vocalize and we don't converse with people about how we really feel, right? A lot of our conversations that we have is on the surface with our day-to-day folks. And it's very difficult to have a serious conversation with people who you see every day, right? Because, like, I'm coming from a real estate background. I know this is a bit of a tangent, but, like, I would not sell my friends' houses because I don't want to know their finances. And they don't want me to know their finances, right? So, like, when it comes to our feelings, we're even more private than that. So having but having somebody who, I don't know you and you're not going to judge me, like, getting it and just dumping all of your trauma. And, you know, the thing is, though, you have to be painfully honest and brutally honest, right? Because you can go talk to somebody, you can lie all day. I did that for years, a million years, like, just, you know. So being honest,
nothing changes, though.
No, being honest, being upfront, and actually wanting to explore yourself, understand yourself better, find your truth, whatever that truth is, and begin to live it.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't run, don't hide.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, you touch on some universal truths. Like, things don't get better if they're comfortable. So if you lie and you remain comfortable, protected, things aren't going to improve. Not long term. Maybe they will for a short term, but not long term. And yeah, I really appreciate you kind of being open with us and sharing that. And I know you enjoy sharing your story. I know that there's a lot of power in your story. And I know there's a lot of people out here, especially our followers, that need to hear your story. So maybe we can do a series, just off the cuff. Like, all right, let's do it. You know, let's part 1 of 5. You know, we'll kind of get into it. But I really appreciate that. If there's anybody else listening to, you know, what's going on with Casey and his story, if you have any questions, comments, hit us up in the comments. But there's a lot of great advice. There's a lot of great real world life experience that Casey can share, because there's not too many people that have done what he's done thus far. And I know you didn't do it all on your own. Nobody really does. And touching on those hard conversations, those honest conversations, that people don't want to share. They don't want to talk about their feelings. Well, our hope, and Chris and myself with creating Demons Behind Me, we hope that this brand is a catalyst to help people become more comfortable in a community setting to share those hard truths and those hard feelings in a way that will help themselves and help somebody else. So that's exactly what we do. If you have a Demons Behind Me story, again, a Demons Behind Me story means different things. You know, for Casey, it's related to addiction and mental health. But it might not be that to you. It's, you know, that's different for me. Demons Behind Me is different for me than it is for Casey, and it's different for me than it is for Chris. So any story that you have, how you overcame a hardship in your life, share it with us at demonsbehindme.com under the resources tab. Share your story, help someone. We want to share those stories because somebody's going through something similar. They don't know how they're going to make it through, but if they hear how you make it through, that's going to bring them some hope. I know we barely scraped the surface of Casey's story, but I feel like some of the things that you brought up, that's going to be an epiphany for somebody.
Yeah. If I can give at least just one person, you know, if I can help one person just kind of do a little bit better, then I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Let's take a look at comments here. Do we sell car window decals with different positive messages? Roman, we do have vinyl decals currently. They're just pretty much the Demons Behind Me and So Is the Past or something like that. So those are available at demonsbehindme.com. Window cleaning is a good idea, Chuck. What's that? Nice to get a hat like you. Oh, okay, this cadet style. We can do it. I didn't know if people still wore these other than myself. I think we can get them. So yeah, man, if there's people out there that want a cadet style hat like this or the short brim hat, hit us up, man. Let us know. We're happy to make anything. Yeah, that's good, man. Appreciate the interaction, Chuck. We need to use the word angel. So Roman, we just launched a t-shirt that on the front of the shirt, on the top it says angels before me, and then below that it's demons behind me. So we are right in line with what you're saying. But demons behind me can be, you know, female as well. But I think you're spot on. What's up, Jeremiah from Wisconsin? You guys cold up there yet? Is it still okay?
It's got to be cold. They're probably ice fishing already.
I don't think it's that cold yet. Yeah, any other questions that you guys have? Any other comments? Again, we're rocking this, the Silent Night flannel. It's moving super fast. I think it's the best looking flannel that we've ever launched. And you guys agree because it is flying off the shelves. Don't miss out on it. We have our super premium hoodies. Got one right here. Printed by yours truly, Mr. Casey, over here with a 3D puff printing. Obviously, logo on the back, on the side of the hood, so it can be seen. Flip it around like that.
There you go.
Boom. Comes in 3 different colors. It's sick. Is the Hulk coming back? We got the Hulk short sleeve, and we've kind of shifted. We call it the Resurgence. So it's that same bright green, but a little bit of the different flannel pattern. But we appreciate that, Rick. North Carolina. That's where you used to live.
It is. Yeah, right in Raleigh. 6 months ago. 6 months ago.
Now he is here. So if you guys are watching, either you're watching the live or you watch it later, hit us up in the comments. Let us know if you want to hear more of Casey's story. Because I want to hear more of Casey's story, and I think that it could be super impactful and helpful for somebody else out there. But it's a long story, and we want to get down to all the nitty gritty. And maybe we do a series, you know, chunks of 30 minutes, or however long it takes. But I appreciate you, man. I love you. I'm so glad that you're here, bro. So glad you're doing what you're doing, and I hope that, you know, being a part of Demons Behind Me is starting to fulfill that need to help impact others. Mm-hmm. Probably not on the scale that you would like to, but I hope it's a step in the right direction.
You got to start somewhere.
Got to start somewhere.
So, one day at a time.
One day at a time. That's it, man. One day at a time. We're into more stores, mostly online, but we do have a wholesale application at demonsbehindme.com. I believe it's also under the resources tab, Rick, if you're familiar with a store that that could be a good fit or that's looking to add something to what they currently offer. So we are pretty selective just because we don't want to bite off more than we chew. Meaning, if we bring on a store, we want to make sure that we can take great care of them. Yeah, man, I feel you, Chuck. I agree. It is better than reading the story, but the story is better than nothing, right? Yeah, absolutely. It is. It's more challenging, and as we continue to grow and we're able to build our team, and I don't have to go and pull orders like I have to do in 5 minutes here. I think that could be something to shoot for. Maybe that's something that Casey becomes more involved in. So, great suggestion, great thought, great recommendation. What else?
Nothing much, but I look forward to sharing, with anybody who wants to hear it. Even if you're not going through it, even if you just know someone who is.
Yeah.
Sometimes having some context, like I know even with my parents, like it was helpful for them to hear different stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe understand my behavior a little bit better. Or how to help.
Yeah. Well, to see it in a completely unbiased or in a completely objective view. When it's our own children or our own family members, we may not see things as clearly as we should. Great points. Casey, again, he is running all of our screen printing at Knock Embroidery. We are your one-stop shop for all apparel decorating needs, focused on mostly local businesses, local needs here in Jacksonville. That's not to say that we can't take care of things online as well. Check us out at Knock Embroidery. That's NOC, which stands for Needle of Change, knockembroidery.com. We've also touched on the Demons Behind Me Foundation, which can be found at demonsbehindmefoundation.org. We are giving away $200 Walmart gift cards to military families in need this holiday season in honor of Veterans Day. Whether you're active or a veteran family, go to demonsbehindmefoundation.org. Go to the sponsorship application for your chance to be chosen for that $200 gift card to Walmart. We're going to feed as many families as we can. If you want to help us to feed families or to help other causes, local people, global organizations, demonsbehindmefoundation.org, donations tabs, everything is through PayPal. We are a 501c3, I never get that one.
Oh, taxes on my thing.
501c3, I believe. So you'll get your donation receipt, all of that stuff right through there. But we're wrapping it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I got to get back to work. I got to get shipping these orders out.
I got to go print more shirts.
Casey's got to print more shirts. So we appreciate you guys. We'll be back next Friday. And don't forget, guys, yesterday is behind you. Move forward today. See you guys.